guys. This one, look, I'll be honest with you, I am voiceovering this before I go to work on Friday morning because I had fun with my kids this week. What can I say? It is what it is. So I was going to have this all up and ready for today, and instead I chose to go shopping with my kids and muck around with my kids yesterday after I finished work. So it's going up a little later, but it's there nonetheless. A little bit of inspiration. Now, where am I going with this? This was just me playing. There was no design as such. There was none of that. It was just me sitting in my craft room by myself at like 4 o'clock in the morning because I wake up at a ridiculous time, and I was just playing, and I wanted to sort of do a bit of a blend, but not a blend. I was just playing with my distress inks and a little bit of texture here and there. I'll be honest with you, once I put these colours down, I kind of went, oh, what am I doing? Where's this page going? So we all have days like that. We all have pages like that. And this is mine. But I think at the end, stick around. It's only a 15-minute video. If you struggle with what do I do next, because that is probably one of the comments I get the most, is, but then what? But how do I? You just keep playing. I'm just going to reiterate, always and always, just take 2 more steps. Just 2 more steps. If you think it's at the point that you're just going to throw it in the bin, 2 more steps. Do 2 dramatic things to the page. If you're ready to put it in the bin because you don't know where it's going, you don't think it looks good, rip it in half. Rip it into 3. Use your trimmer. Cut it on a diagonal. Get your brayer out and run some paint straight through the center of it, or in the diagonal, or do a couple of lines going across it. It will give you back that blank space that you probably need on your page, and sometimes that's a solution. That is the answer. And then you can see a direction for your page to go. Now, this particular page I wanted to use, I actually was challenging myself, if I'm being really honest. I wanted to just pull in 3 like colours. So the pinks. Look, that was Festive Berries I just put on there then. I started off with KITSCH Flamingo, then I went picked Raspberry, and then Festive Berries. Probably went in a bit hard with the red, but it's okay. In the end, it doesn't stand out as much as it does now. So work with the process. So my 2 things that I always say to people is just take 2 more steps. And I know I say that, and some people, especially my new people here, hi, thank you for subscribing. I really appreciate it. I absolutely get such a buzz out of people liking what I do and liking the way I scrapbook. I find that, where was I going with this? I squirreled. It's really early, guys. Where was I going? I find if you take 2 more steps, that genuinely will get you either, if you're at the point you want to throw it in the bin anyway, 2 more steps isn't going to hurt. You know what I mean? And quite often, the second step is the part where you go, hang on, what if I do this? And then it comes together. So in this situation, I'm looking at this. My blues are all going together really well. My greens, I used Evergreen BOUGH, Salvaged Patina, and Peacock Feathers. So I know they all go together and blend together beautifully. The blues, what did I do? I did Blueprint Sketch, Mermaid Lagoon, and Salty Ocean. And the pinks I told you, KITSCH Flamingo, Picked Raspberry, and Festive Berries. Festive Berries was a bit of a hardcore one. Now, after I painted this through the centre, this is just some Montmartre. It's the bronze colour, something different to doing the gold. You know, I always do gold. I wanted to do something still metallic, but something different. Now, I'll be honest with you, I got to this point and I didn't really know what to do next. I sort of went, well, now you've got rid of all the white space. Now what do I do? So I got up and I walked away. My daughter come home and told me, she said, why are you painting a deer? And I'm like, a what? A deer? I said, I'm not painting a deer. And she goes, yeah, it's on your table in your craft room. And I came down because obviously I was doing this at 4 a.m, right? I'd been at work all day. I come home, did all the mummy duties, you know, training and taking kids to work and all that sort of bizzo. And I'm like, dear. Anyway, I came in and had a look, and the copper part actually the bronze part, if you look at it when the blue's at the top, it sort of looks like a deer. Anyway, see, like that. It kind of looks like big ears and the head and the body, you know. Anyway, that is not what I was going for, but inadvertently it happened. Well, it kind of sparked a bit more interest on my page. So then I decided I'm going to come in, I'm going to scratch it up. I need some texture on this page. So now I'm using the Ranger texture paste. It's the transparent matte transparent paste, texture paste. I'm putting it down clear because I want it for texture, and it's something that just fades into the background. It's not in your face. If I had have used Luna paste, I was adding more colour to it. And I kind of felt like I had really OD'd on the colour. It just wasn't, they weren't sort of working together at this point. So that's when I went, you know what? We're just going to go full-blown mixed media and see what happens. Worst case scenario, I scratch it, I chuck it in the bin. Everyone only gets 2 videos this week, and, you know, no harm, no foul, right? So I then decided that I would just keep going. And at this point, I think I walked away I think I had to go and do something for a bit. And then you can see me tapping my fingers, right? I'm dead set trying to figure this out. Now, this is when I came back to it. You see me cut my tubes there? Always do that. I know I'm a cheapskate, and I know this paint only cost me 99 cents for the whole tube. But look at all that paint that is left in the bottom of the tube. I couldn't squeeze any more out of it. Just cut your tube in half, and then you can squish the bottom bit, and it sort of slides into the top part, and the paint doesn't go, it seals it, and you can just keep digging out the paint out of the tube. Money saver, guys, money saver. Let's be honest, our craft is not cheap, and unfortunately, the cost of $1 at the moment is insane. So we need to find these cheaper ideas when we can. So don't be wasting things. Now, as you can see, I felt like the black on the bronze was just a little too polarizing. So I came back in with the same stencil. That stencil, by the way, is just one that I got from Cricut Design Space, and I cut it myself on my Cricut. And I just put in Design Space, I just put in stencils, and it was just one that popped up. So then I pulled out my Art by Marlene stamps. They are the exclusive texture stamps. If you've been here for a while, these are the ones that I bought from a certain cheap online store, and thinking they were just mark stamps. And then I saw it and realised that they were 100% knockoff of Art by Marlene. So they're the stamps that I then corrected myself and went and bought Art by Marlene's ones, because, you know, I just think that's wrong, that they just rip people off like that. And I got sucked in, so don't get sucked in. Now I'm just going over with my beauty blender with a bit of white paint just to try and soften. So with the texture paste and the paint, I'm sort of softening the fact that the 3 colors are 3 different colours. I'm trying to get it to all work cohesively together. Now, I added a little bit of white. Then I thought if I make a little bit of grey, that might also tone it down a little bit. It's hard to, when you see the close-up at the end, you can see all the different textures created, but there's no bulk on this layout as well. Now, so this is a bit of tissue paper that I had one of my Mother's Day presents wrapped in, that of course I always keep. Yay! I love happy accidents. So I just pulled out my multimedia matte. What's it called? It's by Ranger, and it's called Multimedia Matte. You can use it as a glue, you can use it as a sealer, you can use it for transfers. It's a fantastic product. I don't use it a lot, but when I'm sticking anything like this down, it's brilliant because it sticks it down and then you can sort of put it over the top and it seals it, but it's matte. It's got a matte finish. I also have a gloss one as well, but that's the Liquitex brand. Just depending what look I'm going for, you know, and you just play with it and see if it's something that you like. Now I went to my scrap bin and I pulled out, there was just a strip of black glitter cardstock just staring at me. So I thought, why not? Let's rip the edges of it. Let's see if we can create some extra texture, but with next to no bulk. And I'm just gluing these together with my art glitter glue. And that way it's not being raised up. It's not over the top. But then I did end up deciding to use the foam strips. Now these foam strips are fantastic. If you want to know where I get mine from, the link is over in my Facebook group and it's at the very top. I've pinned it at the top so you can just click on it. It's not an affiliate link, it's just where I get them from. You can get these strips from anywhere, but these particular ones, mate, they stick like bubble gum. You need to know that when you put this down, you're not getting it out. You're not going to lift it back up again because you're going to destroy whatever's underneath. So it's great. Anyway, then I decided maybe just stop trying to reinvent the wheel, and I gave myself a thicker border than I normally do. I love a border on a scrapbook page. I just feel like it keeps everything on the page, like it doesn't get lost, and I absolutely love how it turned out. Then I thought, how am I going to do my title? So I decided to write on it, and spoiler alert, I hate it. And I feel like I wrecked it. So I'm using my KITSCH black paint pen, and it is brilliant. It is so good. It is jet black. It's juicy. I love it. I'm just trying some cheaper versions of a Posca paint pen, you know, that's a bullet nib or whatever. I'm just trying different brands so that I can give you guys genuine feedback about how they work in comparison, because these ones are the one I'm using is the KITSCH brand, and it came in a 4-pack, and it was black, white, gold and silver in the pack. I think it was only, don't quote me, I think it was like $12 or something like that, $14. Wasn't much, but they really are very opaque, which is brilliant. So this was my solution, guys. I decided that I was going to do it on some card, cover it over. I just wasn't, when I was writing it, I didn't want it to just be all perfectly level. But then when I looked at it, I didn't like it. So that's why I decided to go down this route and simply cover it up. I put it on white. I did consider colouring the white cardstock a little bit, but then I thought, no, I think I've put enough on this layout that if I keep going, it's going to be messy. And I was considering doing some bling on the page, but then I went, no, stop, just stop. So when I put these down, I'm going over the paint pen with my Uniball Signo broad. I don't even know where it is. Yeah, it's not broad. Is it broad? Let me think. Where did I put it? It's official. I've eaten a gold pen. Where's it gone? I can't find it. No, I have no idea where I put it. Gold. Ah, there it is. Found it. that has to tell you that I've got way too much stuff, hey, if I can't find one pen. It is the Uniball Signo Broad, I was right, Pigment Ink Gold Pen. I went over the title with that and I stopped. So this is where I stopped. See, I pulled out the beads and then I went, no, stop. So this is it, guys. This is the end result. Look at all the texture. You get the texture, you get the shimmer, you get the shine, you get all of that sort of stuff. Is it my most favorite layout I've ever created? No. But it was fun. I played, I got my hands messy, and it's what my mental health needed this week. So if you like what I did here and you would like to see more, like, subscribe, all the fun stuff, leave me a comment, interact with my videos, and that will tell me that you would like me to continue to create different layouts for you. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget, I've got all links in the description to Instagram, Facebook group, and the Buy Me a Coffee link. Thanks for watching, guys. Chat to you on Monday. Bye.